Hello there, everybody. Welcome back. I'm here to be talking about Glass Onion, a Knives Out mystery, which is the sequel to Knives Out. And it's an entirely new cast, star-studded cast of the likes of Catherine Hahn, Dave Bautista, Edward Norton, and many more, with the only returning character being the detective played by Daniel Craig, Benoit Blanc. And he is in there. So the movie is about Edward Norton, who's this really famous, wealthy, billionaire entrepreneur type person who invites all of his close gathering of friends to have a murder mystery party for the weekend where, say it with me now, someone winds up dead. So the detective from the first movie is called upon to solve this case. Now, I decided to watch this movie. I didn't get to watch it in theaters, so I decided to check it out on Netflix. And upon watching it, it's really interesting because while watching a movie, like it's there's parts of it that are really creative and fun, like the opening and stuff with like the box and everything is really fun and stuff, and how the movie tells itself. And I was getting really interested, but it seems like this is a trend with Rian Johnson's movies, like with the last one. He's like, I think he's trying to get rid of like expectations and stuff. So he'll do something like in this movie, without really diving into too many spoilers. You're around the almost halfway mark, and then for the next 40 minutes or so, it felt like 40 minutes. It was a long time, where you had a bunch of flashbacks and stuff telling you stuff that they were dropping seeds and hinting at throughout the movie. And then you get to the current part, and then the movie's like almost over at this point. And it's just how he told his story, I thought was so weird. How you have, like, there was a lot of setup and all about each of the characters. You visit each of them, they all get the invitation. You go to the detective, and then everyone goes and gets to the island where the whole movie takes place. There's a lot of potential reasons why everyone wants, this person dead. You get to it, they kind of do a subline shock on, oh, it was a different person or whatever. And you're like, wow, I'm really, like, it's keeping me on the edge of my seat. I'm kind of invested. And then you go through a bunch of flashbacks and setup, which is kind of, I don't know, it just felt really stupid, right? And then you get to near the end, and what the movie's message and all sort of divulges into is pretty fun and interesting. Like, it's an interesting message how someone with all this power and all, everyone else who knows what they're doing is wrong and what they're doing isn't right, but they're too scared to stand up to this person because they technically, with their own personal endeavors and career and life and all, they all sort of need this, individual. So they're all just kind of turning the blind eye or lying about this person to keep their money revenue and endeavors and all afloat. So it is kind of interesting in that aspect what Rian Johnson, the director, is trying to tell with how society is, how people tend to turn a blind eye as long as it benefits them. So in terms of that, I think the message and all is really an important one on how, like, you need to stand up for what's right. And this, like, you can't just turn a blind eye or just not take stuff lightly like that. But in terms of a movie aspect, I'm just watching a movie and I kept checking the time, how much more is left, because I was starting to lose interest. And then by the end, I think it kind of goes off the rails. It's really funny where, like, where shit hits the fan, right? And it just gets kind of crazy. But on terms of all that, like, I thought overall the movie was fine. You had a really solid cast, which I think the cast in the first Knives Out was much better overall, like an ensemble type. And I remember that movie more fondly than I'll probably remember this. But the location is really nice and stunning to look at. It's really, like, it's on a private island, right? So it's a different location from, the mansion. And the cast overall, especially like Edward Norton, Daniel Craig, Danielle Monet, if I pronounced that right, I hope I did. And like, just everyone else did a solid job. Dave Bautista was funny. Like, the cast all around was really good, but the movie just wasn't clicking with me. Like, it was for the first half, but by the end, I was like, right when they started doing the flashbacks, I was starting to lose interest. And then overall, by the end, it kind of became predictable. Like, I was predicting who the main bad guy was, like around halfway through the movie because I was curious, and then it turned out to actually do that. So I was like, wow, I beat Ryan at his own game. I actually figured it out before because I know they like to subvert expectations and all that with his type of movies here. But I was spot on. I was right. So otherwise, with all that said, those were my thoughts on Glass Onion, a Knives Out mystery. Again, not a horrible movie. It was just fine. I enjoyed it. It was a good watch on the drive, to my family for Christmas and all. And good music, solid cast. Movie's 50-50 though. But yeah, that's all I had to say about this movie. Uh, Thank you all so much for watching. It means the world to me. If you want to hit the subscribe button and the bell as well to get notified when I upload, that would be great. And again, did you guys like the movie? Love it? Think it was better than the original? Or not so much? Please let me know down below. And I'll catch you on the next video. And also, Merry Christmas. Bye, guys.